Thank you for your kind invitation to be here. I was delighted to come anyway because I have 2 grandchildren here and they're always great to visit, although I'm always exhausted at the end of it because they're still young. And even though they beg for Port Power, they are still quite nice kids. But they were very impressed when I arrived this time. They're usually impressed when I arrive, but this time they were very impressed. Because I got into the plane and I sat down, and there's this gorgeous looking blonde sitting next to me, young, Gen Y certainly, and she had her leather boots up on the front of the plane dash there, and I thought, well, this will be an interesting trip. I had no idea who she was, and she had no idea who I was, so that was even. And right behind me, there are all these other gorgeous young women in long boots and short back skirts, or they all look like cats. I sort of know they were, right? Anyway, can you guess who they were? Pussycat Dolls, yes. When I told my granddaughter I was in the same plane as the Pussycat Dolls, she said, "Did you know who they were, Nana?" No, of course not. And then, but I really cracked it because I had a ticket that was signed by the young woman I was sitting next to, who was Lady Gaga. I now know who she is. I now know how old she is. I now she's got a mum. And she comes from New York. And she thinks Obama is fantastic. So that was our joint conversation about Obama. But what was really interesting was the question she asked me was, "And what do you do?" You know, we tend to ask that question, don't we, if anyone? "What do you do?" And I said, "Oh, I used to be in politics. I was Premier of Victoria," and then I realised there was a blank book, so I said, "Well, you call it governor." "Oh, wow," she said, "you were a governor?" I said, "Yes." And she said, "What was it like being a woman governor?" I said, "Well, what's it like being a woman singer?" And she said, "Tough." And I said, "Just the same." So from then on we hit it off. And one thing she said to me was, "You know, Joan," but I'm first name Jones by this. "You know, Joan," she said, "I've got to the age," and she should have been all but 25, "I've got to the age that I don't really care too much what people think about me or say about me, as long as they know that I'm here to make a difference." And I thought, wow, that's hardly Gen Y, but anyway. And I said, well, that's funny, because it took me till I was 45, to actually decide that I didn't care too much what people said about me, but the thing I really cared about was whether they knew what I stood for. And so we agreed we were both very deep-thinking people, likely to make a difference. So it was a great experience, really. And of course, I now am very much up there in my granddaughter's eyes, so that's excellent too.